So hello, it's me LETTERBOXD and today we are going to review Solo, a Star Wars story. And yeah, actually I was pretty excited about this. Finally the time has come when Solo, a Star Wars story got its release worldwide. And after a very long and messy production, it is done and seen. Solo Star Wars story is a roller coaster of fun and epicness, but at the same time, they played it safe and made a good movie with no much risks at all. So basically, during an adventure into a dark criminal underworld, Han Solo meets his future co-pilot Chewbacca and encounters Lando Calrissian years before joining the rebellion. Well, it started very confusingly, but after the mess in the beginning, the movie stabilized and started to progress very logically. While the story wasn't the most interesting Star Wars story by itself, it still had some really great moments and it was basically a harmless fun. The first act was very long lasting and hard to hop into, but after this act we were on for a real treat. The second act was awesome to say the least, and the third act was an okay closure to the story. The score was gorgeous. It really outstanded all my expectations on that aspect. The music brought so much more nostalgia levels and the intensity to the movie. The tone was basically a mutation between Rogue One and Return of the Jedi, in my opinion. It was a fun ride with an exceptionally original feeling to it. Alden Ehrenreich did a great job imitating Harrison Ford's version of Han Solo. What I didn't find in his character was Han's way to cope with various things like his constant frustration no matter what people say or do. But on the other hand, he brought this very young, energetic and bold version of Han really well on the screen, and in my opinion that was even better choice that they didn't do this sarcastic guy, straight from the beginning, because it's basically the life which has molded him to be the Han we know today. Donald Glover killed it as Lando Calrissian. The thing what made it so great was the fact that Lando's character wasn't developed in The Empire Strikes Back enough, which brought Donald a possibility to own this role and really just improvise more. Chewbacca was great as always, nothing to complain in that one because that character is always on point though. The visuals were outstanding. Classically beautiful Star Wars cinematography blended with some of the brightest orange and blue colors, which was a great addition to this movie. Visual effects were on point as always. Nothing to complain in that aspect either. My god, I loved the starfighter scenes where Han uses the Millennium Falcon for the first time and Chewie joins in. So nostalgic and epic with all its unbelievable John Williams original score popping on the background. This movie explains Han's trust issues very well and why he acts like he does in the original trilogy. I think this movie was a pleasant surprise. As a movie, it wasn't better than Rogue One, but it was much more funnier, epic and pleasing story without a doubt. I felt like I wanted to see this version of Han Solo again very soon. The ending opened a possibility for that in a very nostalgic way because of one particular cameo. I hope we will get that sequel in few years. Solo, a Star Wars story, was a pleasant surprise, and I gave this movie 3.5 stars out of 5. Yeah, definitely go and watch it. It wasn't as bad as people have been bashing it. Just please go and see it. It's much more better than we could have hoped it to be with its complicated production failures and director changes. But yeah, Solo: A Star Wars Story was a great addition to a Star Wars franchise. What did you think about this movie? Was it your favorites or not? Or was it something in between of them? Let me know in the comments down below. Like and subscribe for more content like this, and I'll see you in the next video as always. Cheers!